mess.
Greetings, how y'all doing this evening? All right. Okay, I'm going to start out with a question. Who's actually met their had a date or met their boyfriend or girlfriend or wife on a social media network? MySpace, anything? Well, I actually met my wife on MySpace. Who actually remembers MySpace? Okay, now for the question, who actually still uses MySpace? That's what I thought. As I said, I met my wife on MySpace, and after about 9 months, I realized there's a correlation between myself, a frozen beer still in the freezer, and a burnt pizza. All three of us didn't pull out in time. So, needless to say, we have a kid. I have, as I said, one of my own and two from my wife's previous victim. I realized children change you. They really do. They change how much you could drink. They change how much money you have in the bank. They change what you can watch on the TV and movies. And if I hear "Let It Go" one more time, I'm going to fucking kill somebody. But more importantly, they change how much you fuck your wife. But we figured a solution for this. We use Vaseline on the doorknob. Now they just can't get in. You know, people, I come to realize people hear, but they don't listen. You can actually say, "Screw you, have a great day," and most of the time they won't hear, and they'll say, "Well, thank you, you too." You know, sometimes when someone sneezes, I will actually say, "I bless you," and they'll say, "Thank you." And I'll go, "Well, you're welcome." It just feeds that ego megalomania that I have, and it works really well. When I fix computers for a living, and this one lady was ranting and raving on how much she loved her internet access. A little bit of poking and prodding, steering the conversation. I got this old lady, about 60, 70 years old, to actually say, "I love cocks." She didn't realize what she said, but I'm in the corner like, and it just shows that people just don't pay attention to what they say or even what they hear. I have no really end to that part. Well, a couple of years ago, my mother-in-law was in a hospital, but who cares? She's out now, but I don't care. I don't really care. She's insane. I'm not joking. She has this little certificate and the medicine cabinet to prove it. I mean, truth be told, a couple of good years ago, she actually threatened to carve my youngest stepson up like a Christmas turkey. I'm serious. She's insane. But at least for this story, she's in the hospital, and they have these really new beds, computerized and everything. I was looking, I was like, what the fuck? Okay, move up and down. Well, that's normal. Massage. Well, that's pretty cool. There was this button that says therapy. What the fuck is therapy? I decided to hit this button. The bed starts moving up and down, sliding back and forth, going all crazy. It finally stops. The nurses and doctors are running in. I'm in the back of the room like, yeah, I feel a lot better now. Thank you. I needed that. You know, a couple good years ago, actually, I did go to a therapist, and she actually told me that I was sane. After that, I decided to question her credentials. After doing a little bit of research, I found out she was more delusional than I was. She ended up being a schizophrenic homeless dude, a dog walker, a barber in London, and a man. You know, I got a speeding ticket the other day, and the police officer said, "Well, did you see the speed limit sign that said 35 miles an hour?" I said, "Well, yes, I did, officer. But my therapist said I shouldn't take advice from inanimate objects. And signs, too." You know, I just found out my ex-wife is actually getting remarried. And I'm wondering, would it be wrong if I actually sent her new husband a care package? I'm thinking I'm sending him a bottle of Jack and a wife beater. He's going to need it. You know, even her father at one point when we first started dating told me, "Well, you have to beat her every so often to actually make her do shit." I couldn't do that. I'm not that type of person. I was taught by my mom and then at that NFL that you shouldn't hurt animals. Right, Michael Vick? What else do I got here? You know, I'm Jewish, but I was also raised in a very poor home. My parents haggled for every single thing they could. They haggled for everything. They even haggled for my brother's circumcision. After a little bit of haggling, I guess both my brother and my parents got 25% off. But the rabbi did make sure he gets to keep all the tips. We were very poor. Even our Hanukkah menorah, they're supposed to have 8 candles, we only had 4. Somehow, for some reason, my parents always won the dreidel game. Last month, it was 9 years of me being sober. Thank you. And, I'm really trying to be a good person. I really am. But it's really hard. It's really easy to be evil, but it's really hard to be good. And I'm definitely not politically correct. And in my opinion, political correctness is about as useful as a fashion statement. I said that to a friend of mine, and she jumped up and down my shit. No, you gotta be good, you gotta be good. No, Laurel, you're missing the point. There's a difference between being good, being a decent person, and just being an asshole. You don't have to go to somebody in a wheelchair. Sorry, Byron. Someone in a wheelchair. Hey, come on, let's go do a lap. No, you're just being an asshole. You don't have to just go, hey, how you doing? You don't have to call him a handy-capable African-American. You don't have to go that crazy about it. And I completely fucked up that one joke. So, it basically sucks when the voices in your head put you on hold for call waiting. A couple months ago, my friend actually made me listen to Skrillex. I come to the realization, Skrillex is not a musician. He's a scrapbooker. All he takes is little bits and pieces of music and glues them together with Pro Tools. That's not music, that's called scrapbooking. My grandmother scrapbooks, and she's probably a better musician than he is, and she's been dead for 20 years. My parents finally got up with technology. They got themselves an iPhone, which means I have to teach my parents on how to use this iPhone. So I'm telling them how to use their damn iPhone, and I told them to hit the home button. They asked me, well, what's the home button? Okay, Mom, that big round button on the bottom? That's the home button. Oh, you mean this belly button? Yes, Mom, hit the belly button. And when you need to charge your phone, you take that charger and shove it straight up its ass. I recently got a new app for my phone where if you try to unlock it and you get the wrong password, it takes your picture. Unfortunately, I got drunk the other day. Now I got 24 pictures of my fucking drunk ass trying to unlock my goddamn phone. When I was growing up, my dad worked for Hanna-Barbera, and we used to watch Saturday morning cartoons together, and we used to talk to each other in cartoon voices. I remember one particular Saturday morning, my dad went to me and said, "Hey, Boo Boo Bear." "What do you want now, Daddy?" "Your mama was right." "What do you mean?" "You were a boo-boo." Thanks, Dad. I've always wanted to do cartoon voices and voiceovers. I met a voiceover artist a couple years ago, and he told me you'd have to learn how to sing in that particular cartoon voice. So, one drunken karaoke night, I decided to do Bob Dylan's Mr. Tambourine Man in the voice of Bullwinkle the Moose. It sounded very similar to this. "Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play that song for me." When I was done, someone came up to me and was like, "Wow, you did a great Bob Dylan imitation." Oh shit, their voices do sound alike. Let's try another one. "You must be feeling all alone. Everybody must get Bullwinkle." Oh shit, that does work. All right, how about this? My last one, how about Yogi and Boo Boo planning to do a porno? "Hey, Boo Boo Bear." "What are you gonna do now, Yogi?" "I'm gonna film a porno with Cindy Bear." "Really? Well, what are you gonna call it?" "Twigs and Berries, Boo Boo. Everything a good bear should eat." "Can I be in your porno, Yogi?" "No, you cannot, Boo Boo. Your dick is about the size of a midget circumcised squirrel." "Fuck you, Yogi." "You know me, Boo Boo. I'm longer than the average bear." All right, well, that's about my time. But one last thing, one last cartoon voice. "Having the Murgatroyd. My time is up. Exit stage right." All right, y'all have a good evening. Be safe.